Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, PrincetonTrader.com, here for NTMarkets.com with your Tuesday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, S&P 500 E-mini futures. Right now, it's a 15-minute chart. We'll look at the daily in a minute. But what I wanted to show you is that since the run-up yesterday into the 2102 area, on the back of the news out of China last night about the devaluation of the yuan, um, you're seeing a little bit of a break. We've always talked about how the, the bears really need news as a catalyst to get things going, that in a vacuum we will always trade up. So what we've seen in the overnight is resistance right at the round number 2100, a break of the daily mid band, and then an attempt to hold the 50-day as support, rally, and a fail to the monthly pivot. They tried to hold the monthly up to the 50 and a fail. I'm expecting them to trade down and try and test the weekly. So really it's yesterday's webcast turned on its head. Okay? Yesterday we were discussing how we were flagging and pulling back to each major pivot area, and those were going support. Initially we had pulled back to the weekly pivot, jumped up to the monthly pivot, pulled back to the monthly pivot, jumped up to the 50, pulled back and jumped up. We're seeing the opposite today. So headed into the regular session, if that continues to happen, then I'm going to be doing essentially the opposite of what I did yesterday. Yesterday in the room, we had already made weekly and monthly support. We popped over and we looked to make the 50-day exponential moving average in the 91.92 area support. After bouncing around 93, 94, trying a short in that area that didn't pan out, we had to cut that for a handle. But then seeing the 50-day go support once again, that was right in this area here. We went ahead and got long 92 in the 92 half area, and we were able to ride that for the majority of the day. So the ability of price to stick to these levels should afford you low risk entries in order to get in tune with what yesterday was basically a trend up day. Today, if the weakness continues, the bears have the potential to have a day. They can put an entire day together. But look for these big areas and understand how they're acting and then react accordingly. Don't assume, well, we got to go up because we were up yesterday. Or don't start buying weakness because you're afraid you're going to miss the move. What this price action is telling me is that price is going to drift back up to an area that you can really sink your teeth into and get a decent low risk entry. So be patient. Be patient. Personally, aside from my trade from Friday at 68.5 where I'm holding a small piece, I'm flat the market right now. So I tried to get short in the 98, 99 area yesterday before the close. It was too choppy. I said, forget it. And I did not get involved last night. So I'm in the same boat as everybody else. So I'm going to be looking at the monthly pivot. I'm going to be looking at the weekly pivot to see how those areas act in order to find a way in short if the market wants to continue to go down today. Otherwise, you start to look at an area like the weekly pivot rather, as potential support. If it wants to be support, that's a low risk entry on the long side, but you must keep it tight. You got to keep it tight because there's really no lasting positive price action, at least in Globex. So we'll see what RTH brings. Okay, everybody have a fantastic day. Follow us on Twitter at Princeton Trader. Check out the website, PrincetonTrader.com. Come check out the chat room. A lot of new people starting up. It's a great time to start. It's a lot of fun. I love it when we get just a ton of trials in and people are asking great questions and we have such a helpful team. So if you're thinking about coming and checking us out, this is really just an ideal time to come on in and do it. We posted a trade yesterday with Tony Rego. If you trade NQ, he's really good. You got Stan in there from the Art of Chart. You got Jack in there from Channels and Patterns, of course. And I hang around. I'm there as well. So come check us out. For those of you that have been asking, I will be doing another live webcast with a Q&A session Thursday after the close. I put a link in this post. Check out the Twitter stream. We had a really good response to last week, so with a couple good trades to boot. So come check that out. I look forward to seeing everybody. Okay, everybody have a great day. I'll be back tomorrow morning with another webcast. Trade 'em well, everybody.